Hello and welcome to Kai's Kidney. This is my 6-month kidney transplant update. And I'm going to tell you about the last 3 months because I should have done one at 3 months, but I didn't. And I'll tell you about that later. So welcome. Okay, so first thing is first, which they will drill at every single appointment. Every message that they send is to watch your surrounding. Watch who you keep in your circle. No crowds, no gatherings, no parties. Where there's going to be a lot of people, somebody somewhere may have something like a cold or a flu. But if you who are on immune suppressants or your immune system is a bit lower due to medications or dialysis, anything like that, you won't be able to fight what they're fighting. It can turn into a lung infection, a blood infection, any type of infection. You don't want those problems. Outside will be there all day, 24/7. It ain't going nowhere. Find you something to do in the house. I know I spoke about labs last video. Get in your labs a few days a week to once a week. And eventually, once you get around 6 months, you can go every 2 weeks. But in between time, meanwhile, while they're looking at your labs, you check your labs too. Don't let them be in control of everything. You take control of what you can see. If you see something red and it's way out of range, I'm not talking about barely, but way out of range, you need to bring that to their attention ASAP. You're going to get those labs way before they do. When you at home, they will get those labs like a week later. You will get them in 2 days. So pay attention to your labs. I'm going to tell you about, why you want to do that. The reason why I say pay attention to your labs because the medicines are so heavy and they are so toxic that you're going to have side effects. And I don't mean side effects that you can actually feel in the joints and stuff like that. I mean on the inside. I had an experience with high glucose. Before I got my transplant, my A1C was 4.5. 3 months after my transplant, my glucose level was like 230 after eating, and my fasting glucose was like 180. I was like, what? Ain't no way. This can't be right. So I kept telling them, I was like, I don't like my glucose being this high. It's never been this high. What's going on? I've been eating the same stuff. As a matter of fact, I eat better now than I did when I was on dialysis. I ate all kind of crazy stuff. Candies, sodas, white bread, carbs, sugar, all kind of stuff. And I ain't never had these problems before. Doctor, you better tell me what's going on. I digress. So what happened was we added metformin. It was a 500 milligram tablet. I had to break it in half, one for the morning and one for the evening. And I stayed consistent with my diet. Low carbs, no sugar, low sodium, and exercise every day for 30 minutes. So my A1C went from an 8.4 to a 6.6. And I wasn't too happy with that number, to be honest, because I'm used to a 4.5. But given the circumstances and the medications that I'll probably never get off of, that number is satisfying. Next, I'm going to tell you what else to look for in your labs and what else to look out for. Next thing to look out for will be your blood levels, your liver enzymes, and the medicine toxic level. Blood level includes your hemoglobin, your red blood cells, your white blood cells, all the blood stuff. That has to stay normal. The liver enzymes and the medicine toxic level, they kind of go hand in hand because I experience liver enzymes being way too high. And after they figured out I wanted just this 33-year-old outside drinking and turning up, they looked at my medication. And guess what? I was taking too much or something. It was too much and my liver couldn't handle it. And so once they brought it down, it leveled it. It went back to normal on its own. Okay, yeah. I'm going to have a lot of those moments. I just got a lot of testimonies in the last 6 months. All right, so let me tell you about this appetite. On dialysis, we didn't have a normal appetite. Like, we didn't eat a lot. We might have ate twice a day and then snack the rest of the day. You may have breakfast, a big lunch, and then nothing for dinner, or maybe a little something for dinner. But after you get that transplant, you're going to want to eat everything. And let me tell you something. Don't do it. I was 135 before I got my transplant. And when I weighed the other day, I was 150, maybe 151, whatever it was. This is as much as I've weighed since I've been pregnant. And and let me tell you why. Because exercising is hard. Okay, so being active and exercising after transplant, you're gonna want to do everything because you want to see change in your outside body. But don't rush that. The only thing that you can do is walk, maybe run. I'm not running nowhere. Lift 10 pounds, and yeah, you can cycle. I cycle every day, 30 minutes. But the main thing is to take your time. Don't be out here trying to do no crunches. And you can squat, but it can't be with weights. Don't be out here trying to wear waist trainers, because all of that stuff, you're at risk still for developing hernias. You would rather have a swollen belly than to deal with a hernia while you're trying to recover. Okay? All right, so that's it for my transplant people. Now for the ones who are new to dialysis, do everything they tell you to do. It's not going to be easy at first because you have to learn what your dry weight is and get accustomed to it. And for the ones who have been waiting, I know it is hard to see other people get their transplant. I know it is hard to continue to go to treatment after you didn't see your buddy pass away, was there one treatment and gone the next. But I want you to hold on. You probably wonder, where is my kidney? Where is my transplant? Where is my breakthrough? Where is God? So I want to share this word from Job 23, verses 8 through 10. Do that next. All right, so I'm going to use this New Living Translation. It's my husband's Bible. Job 23, verses 8 through 10. I go east, but he is not there. I go west, but I cannot find him. I do not see him in the north, for he is hidden. I will look to the south, but he is concealed. But he knows where I'm going. And when he tests me, I will come out pure as gold. Let me say that again. But he knows where I'm going. And when he tests me, I will come out pure as gold. You don't have to know where God is. You just need to trust him. He knows where you are. He knows where you're going. He knows the test that you're facing. But when you come out, you're going to be pure as gold. Bling, 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 bling. Thanks for watching.